Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Welcome to the Mighty BuJo. Today we've got part 2 of the 2019 migration with a lot of financial trackers, Honeydew, let's see, my new shed, something for the pets, and I think that's it. But we're starting with my Honeydew page. This will be where I can list out some things that I would like my husband to take care of. And we've got a cute little beehive coming off of a branch to start out. And then, of course, we need a few little bees, which are very basic and simple to do. Anyway, if you haven't seen part 1 of my migration, which is more about the calendars and getting everything set up for the year, then be sure and check out part 1. I'll put a little link up in the corner for you. And I will probably have at least one more part of this, if not 2. It will depend on how long the video turns out to be. There's only a few more spreads left to do, but they're pretty color intensive. And my next one, it'll be like movies to see, books to read, a lot of your standard ones, but they're really cute, fun pages. So be sure and keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it'll be up here in just a couple of days once I get started on it. Anyway, over here, I am continuing my setup for my shed. We had one built back in November because my mother moved in with us, and to make space for everything, we decided we needed to add on a shed. And with the weather, we didn't really bother with it yet. It's just a little too cold to worry about moving boxes and everything into it. So this page will be here to help me keep it organized and get everything going. I don't want us to just junk up the new shed. Hopefully we'll have a clear game plan on where we're going to put everything, and I want to keep a list of what's going to be out there. Whether it's the things that I would list would be like the old my daughter's old Barbies, my son's Hot Wheels, that kind of stuff that's going to be tucked up in the loft area that we won't be getting into, but I don't want to forget it's out there either. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to be starting this off with things that I want to do or what we need to pick up. I definitely want to landscape it in front of it when the weather turns, and possibly get some hooks to hang the bicycles and for the brooms, that kind of stuff. But we set up this little page using the vanishing point to have everything in perspective, which has quickly become my favorite technique. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing this in quite a few pages, but I just love the look of it. And I like how this Tombow streaks, and it gives the ramp into the shed kind of like that metal look without even having to make the effort to do it. So some of the colors, I'm sure you've noticed if you have them, will streak more than others, and I've decided to just go with it. The browns, it can be really effective for making it look like paneling, and with this gray, again, that streaking kind of plays into the tone of the page. Down here, just adding a little bit of grass. And then the line work to make it all pop. This was a fun page to do. I really enjoy taking the time to draw in my bullet journal. I definitely feel like my drawing skills are improving, and it takes a while to do them, but they're so worthwhile when you go back and look at them later, especially the pages in the beginning of your book that you're referring to a lot month to month. So they just make me smile. I like having the colorful artistic looks in here instead of just a bunch of random lists everywhere. Yeah, but of course they need to be functional, so listing what's already in there, what needs to be bought, and what needs to be done. There we go. Bright, colorful page. I think it looks so cute. And now we're on to something that is way more practical instead of artistic. And this is a, let's see, it's going to be a 4-month-long tracker for household cleaning jobs. And this is broken down into what can be done weekly, bi-weekly, which means every other week, once a month, once a quarter, or if it's something that has to be done like once a year or 6 months, something like that. And I've broken it down for 5 boxes per month and by section on how often, and then color code it. It'll be like washing the bedding, vacuuming the couch, new litter boxes, deep cleaning all the rooms, clean out the fridge, freezer, changing AC filters, that kind of stuff. And then when it's done, just color in the square. Now this is one of those pages that's incredible in theory, but I haven't really utilized as well as I could. So I'm really hoping to remember it's there this year and really start filling it in. I do the items, but I don't necessarily think to fill in my bullet journal all the time. Then on the right is like when the smoke alarm batteries need to be changed, filter on the fish tank, that kind of stuff. Oh, and there's my daughter's cat, Ellie. She's coming in to help out. Yeah, at least that's what she claims. I think she just likes the attention. But this page, now that Ellie has gone her own merry little way, is a savings tracker. I decided to do something different instead of just a regular grid, and I'm drawing a money tree. So again, it's something cute to, hopefully break up the monotony of all the little boxes and squares. And quite easy to do. And I'm just going to draw in these leaves, and as more money is moved into the savings account, color each leaf. I haven't quite set a denomination for them yet, so it could be $50, it could be $500 a leaf, $250, whatever scale you're working on. Just fill in each leaf as you add that money to your bank account. And then down here in the pot, and this is the checking account balance after the bills have been paid. So hopefully not only will all the leaves be filled in, but each month you see the checking balance going up as well. So anything to encourage saving money, getting those bank accounts nice and fat. And then if we're doing really good, we can always add more leaves onto our tree. And there's where the denomination will be set. And to do the inside of the flower pot, I chose a darker brown than what's on this stripe on the bottom. And then yet darker again for the dirt. Over here in the little watering can, that's going to serve a purpose as well. It's kind of hard to see it, but I wrote the word bonus in the spout right there. And then when my husband's yearly bonus comes in, I will write the amount that was on the outside of the watering can. His job, they don't do a Christmas bonus. We get them later, like right before spring. That's the end of their year. And then over here is a list of our bills each month. This doesn't include food, entertainment, that kind of thing. It's just the bills, the payments that are going out, and a 6-month emergency fund goal to compare that number to the amount that's in the savings over on our tree. And now, after think about savings in the monthly, now it's time to get a breakdown on some of the bigger bills that we have to pay. And these are typically loans and recurring things. Like for one, my braces, which will be paid off in September. Excited, I can't wait to get rid of these things. And then any like large cash expenses that come up that are a surprise. And then over here is a list of credit cards with their interest rate and their limit. And then this will be for a visual on the credit cards. So it'll be beginning balance, any charges that are made, fees or interest that's charged, the payment, and then the ending balance for the month. And hopefully those numbers will always be kept at a 0. So use it and pay it that month. That's the goal. Moving on, we've got a page for loans, the 401k. And as each month the bills are paid, then I just color in a square. I like seeing it, especially for these long-term loans. I like seeing it dwindle down because it feels like you're never making any progress when it's your loans a few years or something like that. And then here's a list of how that money from that rocket loan is being used, because we got it specifically to make some repairs around the house and to make sure that's where it's going. I want to be held accountable for it, so listed there. Can't be talking about finances this time of year without thinking of our taxes. So I do have another video last year where I did preparing for tax time, and I will put a link up if you want to see that version of it. This one's a little bit more streamlined. I like this page a little better. And it's all of the info that I know I'll need while filing our taxes using TurboTax. And I also included the dates last year from, when I filed it, when it was accepted, when the deposit was, because, we always we're excited to get that deposit, and it's like, okay, how much longer until we get that extra money coming in? So it's nice to see that and kind of have an idea of when we can expect it. Now, when I did this page, this was on New Year's Eve in the afternoon, and I had started to get sick. I had caught something that my daughter, she had a cold. Poor thing had it over Christmas, and it struck me for New Year's. So I went a little crazy decorating this page. I don't know what was going on, but I was just like, I kept thinking it needs more. It needs more. So I got more and more washi and just kind of went to town with it. So I found these little glasses. It made me think of accountants. So I put those down there and then striped it with some green that matched my marker. I thought, oh wait, I need more. So I grabbed a black arrow. And that still wasn't enough, so I pulled this out and I thought, okay, we'll put some cheers on here. I don't know if I was trying to make the taxes exciting. It's just, I kept going. We're not done yet because we need cupcakes. What are taxes without cupcakes, right? So I don't know. There we go. I think it turned out cute though. But now I've got things back under control and doing a little doctor's appointment page. This has turned out to be one of my most useful ones. Both of my children have been diagnosed with celiac, so we've had a lot of medical appointments going with that, getting everything squared away and initially trying to figure out what was going on. So over here, I'm listing out all of our doctors and their specialty, and between the gaps, that's where I'm going to put their phone numbers. I just left that off for video purposes. So it's nice whenever you're like, okay, we need to go back to the dermatologist. Instead of having to dig, I can just look here for the phone number. And then everyone in the family will have their own box And within the box, that's when I list when their appointment was and which doctor they went to see. So here's the boxes. And then I also add a note on the appointment. Like if we went to the eye doctor, I would put the date, the doctor's name, and whether there was a prescription change or no change. And it's really nice to have that to flip through, because you're always like, I don't remember when that was. And it's like, okay, I remember you twisted your ankle and you had to wear a brace, but no clue. After a while, it all blends together. So that page helps. Anyway, here's our flip through. We've got the Honeydew and the moving into a new shed. And then the 4-month-long keeping it clean tracker with all sorts of various household tasks on there. The savings and monthly expenses. And of course, we've got more expenses with some washi tape on the word expenses and credit cards. And more loans. Just so exciting. One day those will all go away. And then we've got the fun, cute tax page, which, if taxes can be cute, I don't know, I kind of like it. And the doctor's appointment. So keep an eye out for the next one. It'll have vets, wish list, movies, books, all sorts of things. Anyway, thanks y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye now.